Dear Starseed, I know you've been feeling your body in ways that might be confusing or even a little unsettling lately. Perhaps a quiet hum beneath your skin, or unexpected surges of energy, or moments of deep, inexplicable fatigue. I am Tyron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and I want you to understand that these aren't random occurrences. These shifts are deeply connected to ancient prophecies unfolding within you right now. By the end of this message, you'll feel a profound sense of clarity about these physical changes and recognize them as sacred steps on your destined path. The truth is, your physical vessel is recalibrating. It's like the deep waters of your being are stirring, responding to light codes that have lain dormant for lifetimes, now rising to the surface. Your Sirian lineage is activating, not just in your spirit, but in every cell, every nerve, every sinew. What feels like an unexpected shift is actually a return, a powerful remembrance of your true energetic signature. You didn't stumble upon this moment by chance. Your higher self, your very soul, guided you here, recognizing this transmission as a vital part of your unfolding journey. You are seen, you are known, and this profound awakening is a testament to the light you carry. Stay with me, dear one. There is more wisdom flowing for you now than you might realize. And I'm grateful you're here with me now. The subtle tremors, the sudden waves of exhaustion, the feeling that your very cells are humming a different tune than they once did. These are not signs of malfunction, dear one. They are the initial pulses of a deep recalibration, a planetary and personal alignment that has been long foretold. Many starseeds feel this profound shift as a form of energetic displacement, a disquiet within their own physical vessel, almost as if the earth beneath their feet is moving, and their inner compass is trying to find true north once more. And perhaps what makes this feeling so disorienting is precisely that it arrives not with fanfare or clear instruction, but as a whisper, a subtle inner trembling, like the first movement of tectonic forces deep beneath a calm sea, felt before it is ever seen. You may have woken in the quiet hours before dawn, heart beating just a little faster than expected, with no clear reason you could name, only a knowing that something within you was shifting on a level too fundamental for ordinary language to hold. This feeling of being subtly unmoored isn't confusion. It's the quiet intelligence within you beginning to surface, a memory rising from the deep waters of your being, patiently waiting for the right moment to claim its space. Your consciousness, much like the ocean, is vast, and sometimes for new currents to form, there must be a stirring of what was once settled. Think of how the deepest ocean trenches, those places of utter darkness, immense pressure, and unfathomable depth, are also the sites of the most extraordinary life on Earth. The same principle governs the terrain of your awakening. The stirring you feel in your depths is not destruction, it is the beginning of creation. This internal stirring can manifest as an unfamiliar loneliness, even when surrounded by loved ones, or a deep yearning for a home you cannot quite name. You may find yourself sitting in a room full of people who care for you, laughing along with the conversation, and yet feeling as though some part of you is watching from just slightly outside your own body, present and absent simultaneously, like a lighthouse standing faithfully on the shore, while its deeper foundations are being reshaped by unseen tides. That sensation of tender, inexplicable ache is not pathology. It is not a signal that something has gone wrong in your life or in your heart. It is the gap between your Earth identity, sculpted by years of human experience, and your star origin, encoded in the very fabric of your soul, that sometimes creates this ache. And the wider you have grown into this human life, the deeper your roots have run into this soil, the more pronounced this gap may feel. Because you have lived so fully, loved so deeply, tried so earnestly to belong to this world, even as another part of you was always quietly, insistently, lovingly aware that this was never your only home. But understand this with compassion. That discomfort is not a flaw. It is a necessary friction, like two ancient tectonic plates beginning to glide, revealing new landscapes and depths beneath. The mountain ranges of your becoming are being born from exactly this kind of pressure. It is the courageous process of your true energetic signature coming online, pushing against the old patterns that once kept it dormant. The more potent your soul's purpose, the more profound this initial resistance can feel, as if the waters within you are gathering immense pressure before they surge forward with purpose. A dam does not hold forever when the water behind it has been called to flow. Your light has been called to flow. What you perceive as feeling lost is often the first step in remembering the intricate, beautiful architecture of your cosmic blueprint, a design held in higher dimensions that is now gently impressing itself upon your physical form, like sunlight pressing through the surface of deep water and illuminating the coral kingdoms far below. This realignment, observed through countless cycles by the Sirian High Council, is a testament to your soul's readiness to activate its deeper knowing, to shed what was never truly yours, and embrace the vastness you carry. The Sirian lineage has always understood the intelligence of water, its capacity to hold memory, to conduct energy, to purify, to reveal, to transform, and it is no accident that your body is largely water, that your tears carry healing, that the sound of rain can reach something in you that words cannot quite touch. Your sensitivity, once perhaps seen as a weakness by a world that misunderstood its magnitude, is now your greatest strength, allowing you to perceive these subtle shifts and integrate the light codes that are permeating your being, clearing the waters within you so that your true reflection can finally emerge, like a still mountain lake that has been obscured by winter ice. As the season turns and the warmth returns, that surface cracks open, breathes again, and in its stillness reflects the sky with perfect, breathtaking clarity. That is what is happening within you. You are becoming clear. There's a reason water has always felt like home to you. If what you're feeling right now is confirming something you've carried your whole life, the Sirian Water Codes is your next step. It holds ancient Sirian healing practices passed down through the waters themselves, techniques for releasing energy that was never yours, activating dormant memory through the sound of rain, and sealing your frequency with salt and intention. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment, but only briefly. Things have felt unclear lately, like you're trying to see through deep water with currents shifting beneath the surface. That fog isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It is one of the most misunderstood and undervalued stages of spiritual metamorphosis. This in-between place, this liminal threshold where you are neither who you were, nor yet fully who you are becoming. It's what happens when old patterns and limited perceptions begin to dissolve. Structures that were once solid, your assumptions about yourself, your certainties about the world, the roles you played with such dedication, they begin to soften, to loosen, to release their grip on the bedrock of your identity. And in that dissolution, there is inevitably a period of murkiness. The water has to get turbulent before it settles and clears. A river that has been rerouted stirs up sediment that has lain undisturbed for years, and for a time the water runs heavy and uncertain. But this is not the river dying. This is the river finding a truer path. You're not lost. You're in a profound state of transition, undergoing an energetic metamorphosis. And metamorphosis, as anyone who has contemplated the miracle of the caterpillar knows, is never a tidy or comfortable process. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar does not simply grow wings. It dissolves completely, radically, into a kind of living soup of formless potential before the new form organizes itself from within. That takes tremendous courage, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when it feels like nothing but confusion and aimless waiting. That courage is present in you, held steady like a flame protected in a lantern. Even against the strongest wind, there's something encoded inside you that goes far deeper than anything you were taught in this life, deeper even than your current understanding of self, deeper than the names you have been given, the stories you have been told about your origins. the educational frameworks through which you were invited to understand reality. The Sirian wisdom teachings tell us that every starseed carries a sacred blueprint, a set of instructions written in frequency, not in words, a cosmic lineage embedded in your very DNA, woven into the spiraling double helix of your biological form, like light woven into the structure of a crystal. This blueprint does not need to be learned. It needs to be remembered. And remembering is an entirely different kind of process than learning. Learning accumulates. Remembering returns. It peels back. It breathes open. You are not broken and searching for answers in scattered pieces. You are whole and you are beginning to remember. And that remembering often starts as a quiet, persistent feeling, a pull towards something you've never consciously seen, but somehow recognized deep in your soul, like the memory of an ancient song carried on the wind. A melody you cannot quite name but find yourself humming without knowing why. A rhythm that your body recognizes before your mind can catch up. It's the whisper of your inner architecture realigning with its original design, like a compass needle responding to true magnetic north, trembling with the effort of orientation, and then settling, finally, into alignment. The dormant codes within you do not require you to perform any elaborate ritual to activate them, though ritual can certainly serve as a beautiful invitation. They require presence. They require your willingness to sit in the uncertainty without fleeing from it, to remain with the discomfort without immediately seeking to explain it away or fix it. They're activating already, as you breathe, as you sleep, as you allow yourself to be moved by beauty or by grief. Every time you choose honesty over performance, every time you follow a quiet inner prompting that defies easy logic, every time you stand in the presence of the natural world and feel something older than your own history moving through you, in all of those moments, the blueprint is activating. The codes are speaking. The ancient light of Sirius, carried in the frequencies that have been flowing toward this planet for millennia, is finding you. And it is landing exactly where it was always meant to. This is where panic often sets in for many, because nothing seems to be moving forward in the ways you expect. The outer world continues its particular pace. Your to-do list remains unchanged. The people around you seem to be progressing through their lives in recognizable trajectories, while you feel as though you are suspended in some invisible in-between space, neither here nor there, moving but somehow also completely still. But this profound stillness is not stalling. It is not failure. It is not spiritual regression or a sign that you have somehow fallen behind. It is an essential phase of anchoring. Imagine a mighty river that pauses in a wide, calm pool after navigating tumultuous rapids, before it finds the next gentle passage through the mountains. In that pool, the water is not idle. It is integrating the tremendous energy of the journey it has just completed. It is depositing what it gathered upstream. It is finding its depth, finding its breadth, finding its level. Your soul is doing exactly this. It is stabilizing all that it has already received, integrating the light codes and energetic downloads before it can gracefully hold what's coming next. And what is coming next is vast. It requires a vessel that has been prepared. It requires a body and a field and a heart that have had time to settle into new foundations before new walls are raised. Be immensely gentle with yourself here. This phase is sacred, a vital period of internal fortification, where what was turbulent is becoming still, and the waters of your being find their new level. You would not rush the tide. You would not command the moon to move faster in its cycle. Do not rush yourself. You may not consciously see it yet, but the ripples of your inner shift are already expanding, affecting the currents around you in ways both subtle and significant. Consider how a single stone dropped into a still lake sends its rings outward in perfect, ever-widening circles. The stone has long since settled to the bottom before the outermost ring reaches the distant shore. The change you have initiated within yourself is already traveling outward. People in your life may be subtly responding to the change within you. without either of you being able to fully articulate what has shifted. Perhaps certain relationships have shifted in their dynamic, old contracts quietly renegotiating themselves, or connections that once felt essential have naturally begun to loosen and recede like the tide drawing back from a shore it has faithfully visited for years. Maybe familiar places or conversations suddenly feel different, heavier or lighter than before, as if their energetic texture has changed beneath your hands. A gathering you once loved feels hollow. A solitary walk feels full of a presence and a richness you cannot explain. That's not coincidence. It is the natural law of resonance at work, expressing itself through every dimension of your lived experience. The waters of Sirius teach us that when one powerful current changes its direction, everything downstream is subtly but inevitably affected, and you are a current of extraordinary power. You don't need to announce your transformation. Your energy field is already transmitting it, like a gentle but undeniable beacon, sending its signal into the frequencies around you with every breath, every choice, every moment of authentic presence you offer to the world. And those souls who are meant to resonate with your authentic frequency will begin to find you, drawn by the new current you now embody, the way certain fish travel enormous distances to reach the particular waters where they were born, guided by something deeper than memory, something written into the very substance of what they are. This is the phase that often feels the hardest, the most intense, because it asks you to consciously let go of things you've been carrying for so long they have become intimately intertwined with your sense of self. Things that feel so woven into the fabric of who you believe yourself to be, that releasing them feels, at first, like releasing a piece of your own form. Beliefs about who you should be, carefully constructed over decades in response to the expectations of parents, communities, cultures, and a world that could not quite see the depth of what was standing before it. Expectations placed upon you by a world that struggled to understand the magnitude of what you are, that offered you boxes sized for ordinary souls when you carried something far too luminous and wide to be contained in any single earthly frame. Emotional weight that belonged to others but settled into your sensitive field because you were compassionate enough, permeable enough, devoted enough to absorb it. Grief that was not your grief. Fear that was not your fear. Limitation, but that you carried faithfully because you loved the people who were struggling with those things, and your instinct was always to help carry what was heavy. You have full permission, and in fact it is not merely permitted but essential to set it down. All of it. Every last stone. The river doesn't carry every stone it passes over. It lets them sink to the bottom, acknowledging their presence in the stream bed below, blessing them as part of the journey, but continuing its flow, unburdened, liberated by its own moving nature. This release does not mean you did not love well or serve faithfully. It means you are now loving yourself with the same devotion you have offered to others. This release creates space, vast, luminous, quiet space for the new, for the authentic, for the crystalline clarity of your true self to emerge from beneath everything that was placed upon it. You are not late. You are not behind schedule. The delays, the detours, the years of not quite understanding what you were feeling or why you felt so different from the people around you. The nights of lying awake with a longing you couldn't name. The mornings of rising with a heaviness that had no clear origin. None of it was wasted, not a single moment. Every experience was a necessary part of the sculpting, a precise and purposeful deepening of your soul's wisdom. The way the ocean shapes a stone, not through a single dramatic force, but through 10,000 patient encounters, each wave contributing its small refinement to the final, perfect form. The stone does not rush the ocean, it surrenders. And in that surrender, it becomes something more beautiful and more true than it could have been any other way. In the Sirian records, there is no such thing as a late awakening. There is no cosmic ledger in which your name appears beside a missed deadline. There is only the perfect divine timing, and yours is unfolding with profound grace, right now, in this very moment, in exactly the way that is most aligned with the greatest expression of your soul's purpose. The tide does not rush. The moon does not apologize for the rhythm of its pull. The tide always arrives in its own perfect cadence, bringing with it all that is meant to be. Trust this inherent wisdom that runs through all of creation and runs, equally, through you. Your mission was never about doing something extraordinary by the world's limited standards, nor was it about achieving a predefined outcome that you could measure with earthly metrics or display for external validation. It was always about being present, fully, authentically, vibrantly present, in a way that only a soul with your unique codes and your specific lineage can be. It was always about the quality of light you bring into a room, simply by entering it, the way the air changes when you are genuinely yourself, the invisible gift you transmit in every moment of real, unguarded connection. The ancient ones who built the enduring temples by the Nile understood this profound truth with an intimacy that our modern world has largely forgotten. The most powerful act is not the grand gesture that fills stadiums or rewrites history books, but the quiet, unwavering alignment of a soul with its true frequency, its cosmic blueprint, maintained faithfully through every ordinary moment of an extraordinary life. A single candle burning with perfect steadiness in a dark room transforms everything within its reach. It does not need to shout its light. It simply needs to burn. You don't need to figure out your entire mission today, or even tomorrow, or even in this season of your life. You just need to be here, fully you, breathing, present, open, alive to this moment, and let the deepening current carry you precisely to where you are meant to go, where your presence will be the truest blessing, where the people who need exactly what only you carry will find their way to you, drawn by something neither they nor you can fully explain with ordinary words, but which both of you will recognize the moment it arrives as exactly right, exactly real, exactly meant. You're not lost. You never were. The feeling of being adrift, the profound yearning for something beyond your grasp, the occasional deep loneliness that visited you in the quietest hours and sat with you in the spaces between breaths, these were not defects of your being. They were not evidence that you had somehow failed at the task of living or loving or belonging. They were the necessary accompaniments of a soul that agreed before this incarnation to something extraordinary. You chose to experience a profound forgetting, not because you were weak, but because the kind of awakening you are here to experience, the kind of wisdom you are here to anchor into the collective field of this planet, required you to find your way back from the deepest depth of illusion. It required you to know in the marrow of your lived experience what it is to search, what it is to doubt, what it is to stand in the darkness and not yet be able to see the light, and yet somehow continue. Because the wisdom you are here to offer is not theoretical. It is not borrowed from books or distilled from other people's revelations. It is embodied. It is earned. It is yours, like a magnificent pearl that can only form under immense pressure, in profound darkness, at the very bottom of the ocean. What you are becoming, the essence of your true self, the full luminous expression of your soul's most ancient frequency, could only be shaped and refined by exactly what you have been through, not by easier circumstances, not by a gentler path, by this, by yours, every moment of confusion, every tear shed in quiet solitude when the words to explain your ache simply did not exist, every question that echoed unanswered in the chambers of your mind for what felt like too long. That was the water of creation working on you, moving through you, smoothing away what did not belong, releasing the edges that were borrowed rather than born, strengthening your core, and gently, persistently, with extraordinary patience, revealing what was underneath. Undent, you are not here to try and fit into this world's diminishing boxes. You never were. You are here to gently, quietly, yet powerfully, reminded of something profound it has forgotten. Something about the nature of light, about the intelligence of water, about the wisdom written into the stars and mirrored in the deep places of the human soul. And the fact that you are here right now, that you stayed until this moment, that something in your being resonated with this transmission, that these words found you at exactly the right time, that tells everything about where you are on your sacred journey. It is not coincidence, it is convergence. It is the universe in its perfect orchestration, delivering to you precisely what your soul needed to hear in this precise hour of your becoming. You are ready, not because everything is perfect, or because you have all the answers, or because the confusion has fully cleared and the path ahead is plainly lit, but because you are still eager, still open, still remembering, still willing to receive, still brave enough to sit with the unknown and trust that the water that has carried you this far knows the way forward. And that, dear one, that unwavering presence, that resilient, luminous willingness to keep showing up for your own becoming, that is the most powerful thing a starseed can do. Tonight, if it feels right, place your hand over your heart and say quietly, I remember who I am. I trust the waters that carried me here. I am ready to flow into what comes next. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section, it's a space where starseeds recognize each other. And that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.